Right there, YouTube, it is Raccoon again, bringing you another gameplay commentary, man. We're here again, bringing you some more Nuke into Modern Warfare 3, like I do, bringing it this time round, different map, different kind of style of gameplay, you could say. I'm using the UMP45 or the UMP45, whatever you want to call it. This gun, this overused gun. But to tell you the honest truth, this is the same principle as if I was to bring you a Black Ops gameplay using the AK-74U, except in Modern Warfare 2 terms. I'm using the UMP, so you got to take it for what it is, and bitches don't be hated. Well, you can hate if you want to hate, because I know some people really do hate the UMP. I know at certain times I hate the UMP, but it all comes down to the fact of the matter is, which gun am I going to go for when I'm trying to achieve my nuke while in a kind of rushing playstyle? Am I going to use one, the most versatile gun, or two, the most like underused SMG that's completely shit and essentially isn't going to get me to my nuke? And my opinion on that, it just pretty much answered my own question to you, because I'm going to use the UMP, I'm going to use this gun, I'm going to use, you know what I'm saying, like that. Same principle as if I was trying to achieve high kill streaks on a constant basis within Black Ops. I'd use the AK-74U if I wanted to keep on rushing and shit like that. Oh, maybe the MPL. I don't know, it's kind of a bit more varied up in Modern Warfare 2, because it's, in Black Ops, sorry, because there's a lot more SMGs. Well, no, not a lot more, there's a few more SMGs and shit, so. Hey man, seriously man, this is just like the luck of the straw and shit. Seriously pooing in face. Oh, these people, they don't know what's going on. I don't know how I picked up that kill. That was fucking pretty fortunate, really. But the thing when going for a nuke when rushing, right, there's an interesting part about it, because you've got to make sure you're on your toes, and obviously you don't want to die, otherwise you're going to fuck up your kill streaks, everything like that. That's obvious, right? But the thing about it is, you've got to know when to retreat while rushing, when to attack them head on, when to like flank them. All these kind of like factors will add up to whether or not you're going to be able to get the nuke or not and everything like that. So I don't know, you've got to take it for what it is. It's not usually too hard to rush and get a 7 kill streak within the right lobby, but on the other side of that, the wrong lobby will be extremely hard to be able to try and receive, well, be able to get up to your chopper gunner, and then, and even if I say it, to your nuke, it could be completely and utterly possible. So as you see here, right, I'm being dropped in at the deep end again. I'm going 9-0. I need like 2 from a chopper, really. I've got to work up to it, and you got to take it for what it is, really, when it comes to shit like that. And I'm not saying a nuke with rushing, like while rushing is kind of wrong or anything like that. I'm not saying it's wrong like that, but what I will say about it is it's not as plausible as it is when you're using a defensive playstyle, because all the factors of the defensive playstyle really, like, what's the word now? It's really advantageous to going for nukes and everything like that. You've got to take it for what it is when it comes down to certain situations like that, where if you can rush, then might as well rush. But if you don't want to rush, and this map's a perfect example of it as well, because it's one of them maps where it's very easy to maintain a long kind of section of the map without having to go out into the open and get yourself exposed, but you can constantly keep the rushing going within like a half of the map, because it's very narrow, very sharp corners, kind of medium. There's no real like long range if you're staying within the interiors of the buildings and stuff. So you got to take it for what it is when it comes down to it like that. So I definitely would recommend going for a nuke while rushing, but like I said, it all comes down to preference, and you've got to make sure you're on the right kind of map to try and get the nuke and everything like that. So, oh, you know what kind of maps I mean. I mean, like, well, there's obviously a lot of sightlines in Bailout and everything like that, which you can get abused, but you know what I mean, like Bailout, Vacant, Rust if you want, but I don't know if you could get a nuke in Rust anyway, or whatever, it doesn't matter. The gameplay's wrapping up, about to drop the nuke, goes kaboom. That's how I do it. It was a pretty easy, simple nuke, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, I think it was like the second time I'd nuked this lobby, and I don't think they really knew what was going on, but essentially it was a flawless rushing nuke. So take it for what it is. I went 29-1, took a death from the nuke, obviously. But that's the end of the gameplay side commentary, and peace.